Hey team, Josh Roney back at it again. Today we're going to be looking at some training for emergency generators at your hospitals. So we're going to start out with some monthly testing, and we're going to talk about two types of generators. The first is a diesel generator and then the non-diesel generator. So basically everything that I'm going to talk about today is going to be for the diesel generator because non-diesel generator load tests only need to be conducted with available load of the hospital. So if you have a diesel generator, there are certain testing requirements of nameplate rating that you have to meet. So we'll first start out with the monthly testing. For diesel generators, the monthly load test for each generator is required to be run at or above 30% of the nameplate rating for a full 30 minutes. Now this does not include the warm-up time or the cool-down time of the generator. To start the test, it must be initiated by a simulated or actual loss of normal electrical power. An organization may choose to open or turn off a circuit breaker, which results in a loss of normal electrical power, or there's typically a test switch on the ATS that simulates a loss of normal power. Either action must result in the following. The generator automatically starts up, and the ATS automatically transfers to the generator as an emergency power source. Like I said before, these generators must run under load from a cold start for at least 30 continuous minutes, so that does not include the warm-up time or the cool-down time. Now, if one of your monthly load runs does not meet this 30% of nameplate rating requirement, it has to undergo an annual load bank test. The requirements for those is that it's required to meet 50% of nameplate loading for 30 minutes and then 75% of load for 60 minutes for a continuous runtime of 90 minutes. And again, this does not include the warm-up or cool-down times for the generator. Besides the monthly and the annual testing, there is a 36-month test. Now, during this test, the generator load test for each generator is required to be run at or above 30% of nameplate rating for a minimum of 4 continuous hours. Again, non-diesel generator load test need only be conducted with available load of the hospital. This test must also be started by operating the ATS just like the monthly load runs. The load must also be connected from the facility. If the 30% of nameplate rating cannot be obtained, like it wasn't able to be obtained in your monthly runs, then a supplemental load or a load bank may be used to reach this 30% rating. The annual load bank test and the 36-month load test may be performed concurrently, and according to NFPA 110, year 2010, section 8.4.9.7, when the 36-month load test is combined with the annual load test, the first 3 hours shall not be less than 30% nameplate rating, and the remaining hour shall not be less than 75% of the nameplate rating.